The moment you need the world to validate you, you've already given the world power over you. And most men don't even realize they're doing it. You check if she replies to feel important. You wait for compliments to feel confident. You need attention, approval, likes, respect, reassurance, just to feel like you're enough. That's not masculine confidence. That's emotional slavery. And here's the painful truth. If you need people to prove your value to you, you will always behave like a man who doesn't believe he has any. You'll over-explain, you'll tolerate disrespect, you'll chase women who give you crumbs, you'll lower your standards just to be accepted, and then you'll wonder why people don't treat you like a man of value. But today, I'm going to show you something most men were never taught. Your masculinity was not given to you by a woman. It was not given to you by society. It was not given to you by social media. It was God-given. So why are you begging people to confirm what God already placed inside you? Because the way you treat yourself becomes the way others treat you. And once you understand that, you stop chasing validation and you stop moving like a man who already knows who he is. Most men today are starving for validation. Validation from women, validation from social media, validation from friends, validation from society. And because they need validation, they become controllable. And the moment you truly understand this, your life will change. Your relationships change, your confidence changes, the way women respond to you changes, because the way you treat yourself becomes the standard the world follows. The way you treat yourself is like a mirror. Right in front of you is a mirror. And the way you treat that person that's in front of you is exactly how the outside world is going to treat you. Most men are raised disconnected from masculine purpose. They grow up seeking approval instead of building identity. So what happens? A woman texts them back, they feel worthy. A woman ignores them, they feel worthless. See how that works? When people praise them, confidence rises. People criticize them, confidence collapses. That is not strength. That is emotional dependency disguised as confidence. A man who depends on external validation becomes emotionally reactive. And women can feel that immediately. Remember that. Women are guided by feelings and emotions. Feminine nature naturally tests masculine stability. Not because women are evil, not because women are manipulative, but because feminine energy seeks emotional and energetic security. A woman wants to feel that your frame is stronger than her emotions. And ironically, they use their emotions to move you off your frame. See how that works? But if your confidence disappears the moment she becomes distant, emotional, cold, or challenging, she subconsciously loses respect. Why? Because now she becomes your emotional leader. A masculine man understands something modern society forgot. Your existence already has value. You were not born to beg for approval, you were born to create, to build, to lead, to protect, to master yourself. Stoicism is very important to master yourself. That is masculine nature. And when a man disconnects from purpose, discipline, and self-respect, he starts chasing validation to replace the emptiness. Hear that again. He starts chasing validation to replace emptiness. This is why weak men become addicted to female attention, social media approval, lust, comparison, emotional reactions, constant reassurance, because internally they do not feel complete. But masculine peace comes from alignment with purpose. You know who you are, silence no longer scares you. Rejection no longer destroys you, and women stop becoming the center of your emotional world. See how that works? Ironically, that is when women begin respecting you, because women are attracted to men who already feel internally grounded. Not men emotionally asking, am I enough? This is one of the most important truths a man will ever learn. People treat you based on the standard you establish. It all depends on how you treat yourself. If you tolerate disrespect, people disrespect you. If you abandon your boundaries for attention, people start valuing you. If you constantly seek approval, people consciously see you as lower value. Why? Because your behavior communicates your self-perception. Masculine energy teaches people how to treat it. A man who respects himself moves differently. He speaks calmly. He doesn't over-explain himself. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't collapse emotionally under pressure either. And because he values himself first, others naturally begin valuing him as well, including women. Women pay attention to how you see yourself. They always pay attention to that. Because if you don't believe in your own value, why should she? See how that works? A woman's emotions move constantly. That is feminine nature. But masculine energy is meant to remain centered while understanding emotional movement without becoming controlled by it. This is why emotional self-control is attractive, not because it's fake, but because it communicates strength, stability, and leadership. Women do not want a man who emotionally collapses every time tension appears. They want to feel this man remains grounded under pressure. That creates emotional safety. And masculine certainty does not come from arrogance. It comes from internal validation. You validate yourself, and people will believe you. A man who validates himself becomes calm. A man who needs validation becomes reactive. And women can feel the difference instantly. The key word here is feel the difference. It's immediate. Guided by feelings. Listen carefully. The world will constantly try to make you doubt yourself. Modern society profits from insecure men because insecure men consume more. You know what I'm talking about. They chase more. You know what I'm talking about. They beg more. You sure know what I'm talking about. But a grounded masculine man becomes difficult to manipulate because he already knows his value without needing applause. You don't need to be celebrated. And once you truly understand your God-given masculinity, you stop chasing validation. You start building purpose. You stop reacting emotionally. You start acting intentionally. Stop needing women to complete you. And ironically, you already know this. That is when women become more attracted to your presence. Because the strongest masculine trait is this. It's a man who stands firm in who he is, even without external approval. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel. This channel is for men building discipline, purpose, emotional control, and masculine understanding in a world designed to weaken men. Comment below, validation is temporary, purpose is permanent, and remember, the way you treat yourself teaches the world how to treat you. This is Mark the Essence. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.